So, do you guys want to know how we have lost a combined total of 50 plus pounds? We know you do. But you have to send $5 to my Cash App. And Shannon Montana is down here. No, I'm just playing. We're joking. So, we are going to tell you how we've lost the weight. And we've told you some already. But right now, we're going to talk about the word of the day. Macros is the word of the day. And Marquita is going to tell you a little bit more about it.
So here we go. In layman's term, macros is a short name for macronutrients, right? So macronutrients is basically what makes up what we consider or call macros. We throw it around a lot. You're here a lot in the keto community. But macros consist of these 3 caloric contents of foods that is really essential when it comes to keto.
And they are
carbohydrates or carbs, fats, and protein. So those are the 3 basic essentials to help you, or what you need to follow when it comes to macros. Those are the 3 essentials. That's what you want to follow. That's what you want to keep up with. So based on your body, my body, Shannon's body, we had to do what we considered
macro calculation.
Right. We had to count our macros. So we had to understand what they were. We had to understand how to be able to use them, put them in a days of eating of keto and all that good stuff. So we're here to help coach you through that, I guess, and then from there.
But also just to guide you all right now on why macros are important. So Marquita just told you all macros are made of 3 things: carbs, proteins, and fats.
Right.
And in order for you to know what your macros are, you have to use a macro calculator.
Yes.
You can literally go to Google and type in macro calculator, and so many of them will come up. I recommend to use about 2 to 3 so you can see what the average is, so you can kind of see what range you should balance. But always make sure your carbs are 25 grams or under for keto.
Right.
Now, why macros are important is because they are essential to your weight loss. In order for you to lose weight, and in order for you to keep the weight off, in order for you to get into ketosis, you have to make sure that you are intaking the correct amount of macros. So I'll speak for myself. Right now on a daily basis, my normal macro goal is 25 grams of carbs or less per day, 70 grams of protein, and anywhere from 90 to 110 grams of fat. So that is what I aim to get every day. Now, mind you, we don't aim to hit our goal every day. We aim to be within a range of it or below it.
Just maintain it.
Yeah, just maintain it. So while my goal for carbs is 25, I try to stay under that, of course. If I can stay under 10, that's great. But because carbs are essential to life, you do need them. They're like brain food. And for protein, my goal is 70. So if I don't hit that, I try to stay 60 to 70. And then for the fat, I set a range of 90 to 110 because it is important. You can not be in ketosis if you are not getting enough good fat. Right. So it's important to know that you have to know what your macros are. You must calculate them, and you want to stay within a range of them. And if you happen to go over now and again, that's fine. It's going to happen. You're going to have days like that. But overall, on a consistent basis, if 6 days out of the week you are not going over, then you'll be able to get into ketosis and stay there.
All right. And I agree everything what she said. So my macros right now are 116 grams of fat. I do not hit that on a daily basis. That's quite a bit, but that's okay. And then my carb intake, I try to stay between 20 to 25 grams or less. And I have no problem with saying that sometimes I'd be like 10, 15. I'm perfectly okay with that. Like
today I had 2 grams of carbs. That was intentional.
It was very intentional. We've been going in a little hard, so we got to kind of, set an example.
Yeah.
And then what was my protein? I think my protein is like 105, 160. It's something up there, but I love meat, but I ain't about to eat 100. That again, I use that as a guideline to not go over that, but I do not try real hard to literally hit that every single day. Absolutely. I just try to make sure that, and I try to log just to make sure of what I'm doing and what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body.
So that leads us to, that's why macros are important. And also what she said, an app that we recommend to log your macros is FitnessPal. I really like that app because it's out of all of the fitness apps that I've used, it's one that has the most foods in it that I've seen in different restaurants, things of that nature. And it's really easy to use. So when you log into FitnessPal, it's really user friendly. Make sure you are logging the food that you eat before you put it in your mouth so that you will know if it is within the right range for your macros for you to be successful that day. So to recap, macros, what are they? They are 3 things: carbs, fats, and protein. And we want to be sure that we are staying within a healthy range of those in order to be successful. So,
and last thing, guys, I will say this. When you are starting off, I would strongly, highly recommend that if you are trying to do this and you want to be successful with it, go ahead and meal prep for the week. That way, when you're meal prepping for the week, you can be putting in your daily meals.
You can log them ahead of time.
Right. You put in those daily meals. That way you know you are within those guidelines. I'm not going over. I'm not going under. I'm not eating too little. I'm not eating too much. That's a really good way to plan ahead. So that way, when you have that meal in front of you, you ain't got to wonder if this is too much or if this is not enough.
Absolutely.
Be ahead of the game.
Be ahead of the game. So, and we're going to have, of course, we'll be here talking to you about meal prepping soon as well. But that's all, folks. Macros.
Bye.
They matter. Make them count.